I was listening to royalty-free screaming sounds when I suddenly had a crazy idea. You see, a while back I was looking at my leg stub things, and I realized that I've never really played Wii Fit before. My family had a Wii. I mean, everyone did, it's basically a human right at this point, but we just never had Wii Fit, and the only time I ever got to experience it was at a neighbor's house whose kid was probably pissed at me for hogging his console. Well, guess what? You can eat shit, Richard. So, out of curiosity, I looked up the price of a second-hand Wii balance board, and I was surprised to learn that it was only about 10 bucks, so I thought, why not? Well, I'll tell you why not. I really suck at Wii Fit. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Oh, fuck. No, that's the wrong side. Oh my god. No, wait. No. Oh, wait. Fuck. So now, I just kind of have this random white slab sitting against my wall, which I don't really use for anything. So what if I used it for something? Turns out, a balance board is literally just a Bluetooth device with 4 scales in it, which is used to see where the center of the weight is on the board. Meaning, I can theoretically just connect it to my computer and do whatever I want with that information. And what better way to use it than by beating a Mario level by physically jumping and walking? Well, there are many better ways to use a fitness device, such as fitness, but this is more entertaining and profitable, so let's go! I started my journey off by wondering if anyone had even already gotten a balance board to work on a PC before, and nah, I'm just kidding, of course they have. I very quickly found this little program called Wii Balance Walker, which seems to be a sort of tiny dashboard for all things related to using your BB on a computer, and there are a few things we can use this for. For context, the thing I want to accomplish here is make certain motions trigger a button press in our Mario game. For example, when all weight is suddenly lifted from the board, we can assume that that's a jump and trigger a virtual press of the A button to make Mario jump too. Wii Balance Walker actually supports mapping certain motions to key presses out of the box, so theoretically we can just map the key that it triggers to an emulator running our Mario game and call it a day, you wish. It kind of works, but I can't really do much with this because it's way too sensitive and the jump trigger just straight up doesn't work, so that's fun. Luckily, it has another feature that might work: VJoy support. Basically, VJoy is another program that connects a virtual controller to your computer, which can be controlled by Wii Balance Walker to send weight data as a joystick movement. On its own, we probably can't do very much with this, but we could write some code that lets us capture that data and use it to trigger our own key press. This allows me to do things that the built-in key press mapping feature didn't, like detecting when you're walking on the board by seeing when you lift and drop your foot, for example. So I tried seeing if that could work and quickly realized that there's a problem here. Who could have possibly foreseen this? Turns out, Wii Balance Walker actually has 2 modes for sending data to our virtual controller. One is sending the center of gravity to the joystick, the other is sending raw weight data to the joystick. The first is the most easy to capture, since it automatically corresponds to wherever you're leaning on the board, but that also means that we can't use this to reliably detect when you're not touching the board, because when you do that, the joystick just stays in the middle, meaning that we can't distinguish between that or when you balance your weight evenly on the board. And for the second, Wii Balance Walker uses some uncommon controller features to give you the weight data, which the tools I'm using in my code simply don't support. So what else can we do? Well, there's actually another thing I've considered, which is interfacing directly with the device and capturing all the bleeps and blips through code myself instead of through Wii Balance Walker. I'd still need it to actually connect the board to my computer, since all of that is another whole fucky process I don't want to do, but once that's done, I can just do this. I didn't want to at first, because trying to convert binary data into something both me and my code can understand seemed tedious, but my hand is forced once again, so yeah. Wii Balance boards are actually a fairly standard type of Bluetooth device called an HID, which is the same kind as your mouse and keyboard. Because it's quite standardized, I can capture the weight data pretty easily actually, since there are already tools for this out in the wild. The only thing I really have to know is exactly how it captures that data, which I have no idea how to do, so I just kind of googled it and oh hey look, it works, yahoo! Don't fucking ask me for any technical details please, I really don't know. I managed to connect my Wii Balance board to my computer and actually capture the fucking values of the weight. If I put my hand down here, you can see that the top left weight is changing. And I can use this to fucking make whatever I want and detect whenever you're jumping or leaning sideways or whatever. It's amazing. Now we just need to write some code that can detect our special palette of movements and convert that into key presses. I started by implementing jump detection and making it trigger the space key. That worked instantly, so then I moved on to walking, and oh god. Basically, since I couldn't be bothered to do extra checks on whether you're alternating your legs, I just made it detect whenever the balance is completely on one side or the other, and made that trigger a walk. But because of that, this introduces a problem where if you put down your leg in order to lift the other, also known as a step, it just stops holding the button. Of course, we need to be able to stand still, but we should also be able to have uninterrupted walks. So, to have it both ways, I added a tiny delay which made it so that it would only release the button after like a quarter of a second if you put both your feet down on the board again. But then I realized that doing a jogging movement caused it to jump because then both feet are lifted from the board, which is also a problem since my standards are way too high and I want to be able to jog. Do you see where this is going? After like an hour of coding and trying to fix these timing bugs, I had basically created mutual exclusivity between the only two movements we need, jumping and walking. Obviously, you can't even reach the flagpole if you can't jump and move at the same time, so this was a problem. So I sat there, mindlessly staring at my computer for 4 minutes straight when I remembered Einstein's wise words.
Ein Typ hat mir mal erzählt, dass die einfachste Antwort immer die beste ist. Oder so, keine Ahnung. Ich sollte wirklich wieder anfangen, meine Frau emotional zu misshandeln.
What? Alas, I stripped every timing related bug fix out and tried it out on the game. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say that it is possible. As it turns out, it letting go of the walk button for 10 milliseconds actually doesn't make Mario immediately lose all of his momentum, so even though it's pretty slow, he's moving, goddammit. And this also unintentionally fixed the jump walk problem, since a jogging movement naturally triggers both a walk and a jump at the same time, so I don't need to implement anything special for that either. Now that that's all done, let's try it out. Let's start this sucker up, and there we go. Okay, walk on this, and then it works. Great. Great, it finally runs at fucking full speed. Before this, I tried doing it, and then it just lagged all over the place. So, by the way, we cannot use file 1, because whenever I jump, it moves a little bit to the right. That's just because of a quirk, because how I calculate this shit. It means that I can only use file 3, which is fucking hilarious. Which means that oh my god, that was very fucking fast. Okay. I'm just gonna... Wait, can I speed? I can't speed through the cutscene, that's awful. Do you like my cows? There's a fan running here next to me because it's so fucking warm outside. I really hope that the microphone isn't picking up anything from the fan. That would be fucking terrible. Okay, so I can jump, I can walk, and I can walk jump. Oh my god, okay. I'll be honest, I had a little bit of training yesterday, but this is just all luck. Fuck, shit. Because there's always a little bit of a delay. Thank you. This is so tedious. Oh no. Fuck, I need to get a fucking power up or some shit, because this is... walk a little bit. No! Okay, thank you. Oh. Yes, by the way, I can also not go back, so that's good. So well, that's not good. That sucks, actually. I need a little bit of luck here. Or I can just do it very slow, but... thank you. Oh my god. Oh, that worked. That worked. Oh no. Oh no. No, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Thank you. Okay, this looks fucking hard. Please. Oh, it worked. Fuck. I tried. Okay, I can't even do good fucking commentary because I'm so locked in. Holy hell. Checkpoint. Please, just give me the fucking checkpoint. Give me the fucking checkpoint. No! Yes. Oh, thank god. Okay. Oh, fuck. No. Damn, I can't get the fucking fly power up. That sucks. Okay. Oh, how did I do that? Okay, wait, no. This is gonna be a tight squeeze. Ah, no, okay, maybe need to walk a little bit. Please. Oh. Yes. Fuck. Please don't die here. No. Fuck. I haven't even considered whether checkpoints actually count or not, but I guess they do. So I can't crouch. I didn't program that in because I didn't think I'd need it, but maybe I should have programmed it in. Okay, yeah, that's good. Thank you. To do this sort of bunny hop. Oh my god. Fuck, no, what the fuck do you mean, bro? Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, it's such a tight squeeze. Yes, thank you. Okay, yeah, this one's hard. Okay, I gotta time it really right so that I actually fucking hit them. Yeah, oh, thank you. Thank god. I make such beautiful noises whenever I jump. Am I right? Why are you buying? Oh, no. Oh my god, that was a perfectly timed jump. Yes! Yes! This was way fucking easier than I thought it would be, but I'm still fucking happy, hell yeah. And no, just before you ask, no, I'm not going to beat the entire fucking game like this. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I mean, if fucking some other person wants to do it, sure, I'll send you the code, you fucking email me, I'll tell you how to do that shit, but I'm not gonna beat the fucking game myself, fuck you. Thanks for suffering through my very original and imaginative live commentary. By the way, I'll probably do some videos with community involvement soon, so if you want to participate in that, make sure to join my very cool Discord server, linked in the pinned comment, and subscribe yourself to the news pings there to get notified about that. Anyway, I guess I can call myself Mario now. I'm so cool.